Hi, good morning. In just a minute, I'm going to be starting the recording for the Daily Bible Podcast. So, just making sure that the lighting is good here. So, we're going to go ahead and get started. One moment. Hello, and welcome to the Daily Bible Podcast. My name is William Hemsworth. Thank you so much for joining me for today's episode. Well, today we're going to be continuing on in Matthew chapter 6, and we're going to be looking at verses 3 and 4. Over the last couple days, we took a look at verse 1, then we took a look at verse 2, and it's a theme with these four verses, where Jesus is telling us to do things not for our own glory, but for the glory of our Father in heaven. And I think that's sound advice in today's world. So here we go, Matthew chapter 6, verses 3 and 4. Say, but when you give alms, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your alms may be done in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you. So like I said, this is just a continuation from verses 1 and 2, where Jesus is warning us, against the dangers of self-glorification. Giving alms, helping people out, doing good deeds, they're awesome. We should be doing them. We really should. That's part of a living faith. Just as James says, that faith without works is dead. So if we're not doing those things, we really should be questioning our own faith. Do we have that relationship with God that we say that we have? But at the same time, we shouldn't be going around bragging about what we're doing. We shouldn't be going around like the Pharisees were doing, handing out alms to the beggars on the street and then announcing how great they were. I think of the episode in the temple. I forget which verses offhand. But I think about the verses in the temple where there's a Pharisee and there's a tax collector, and this is later on in Matthew, we will get to it. But the tax collector is beating his chest. He's saying, God, have mercy on me, a sinner. And then the Pharisee says, Lord, I thank you for who I am, that you didn't make me like this sinner over here. I do good deeds. I do this. I do that. That's exactly what Jesus is warning us about in these first four verses in Matthew chapter 6. So as we go through our day, let's give glory to God, and let's avoid that very real temptation to bring glory on ourselves for those good things that God gives us the grace to do. Because we can't do these good things without the grace of God. And that's where these verses come into play. God gets the glory for those things that we do, not us. And I know this episode has been short, and I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you for tuning into this episode of the Daily Bible Podcast. And as always, if you enjoy the show, please rate it, please share it. If there's anything I can help you with, prayer request, you have questions on the faith that I could answer, please let me know. My email, hopewithin18@gmail.com. God bless you guys, and thank you so much for joining me on this episode. God bless you.